Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we got a very simple Among Us crewmate guide. In this video, we'll be showing you all the tasks in Scaled, the new tasks in Mira and Polis. So you will not see repeated tasks except for a couple exceptions if the location is highly different. So specimen room is the first one. Med bay is the first one. We're going to hit the button, beep, 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 and then you have to wait 60 seconds. So if you don't know what Among Us is a social deception game where you are on a spaceship, a planet, or a sky station with 10 other people. There can be up to 3 imposters, but most of the time people only choose 2. And you have to try your best to figure out who the imposters are and vote them off. And yeah, that's basically it, and the imposters want to kill everyone. So this is Simon Says right here. Don't mind the last task. I'll be showing it again later because you need to do two times on 2 different areas. So most of the tasks, I was debating if I should just do, I'll only show these tasks because most of the tasks are extremely simple. So just Simon Says. Next up, unlock main fold. Just hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, I was debating if I should do only certain tasks, but I was like, I'm gonna sort of do the whole thing. I will be talking about in each map the security, the sabotagers, how to fix them, where they are, the tasks, and some tips and tricks at the end. So there will be timestamps in the bottom in the description if you want to check them out. So this one, if you're very confused, I won't blame you. You need to hit the button directly under the bar. So you see the yellow bar, hit under that, blue bar under that, sandbar under that. So that's it for the electrical task. I'll probably talk over the tasks because they're very simple. You just hold the button for refueling. If you want to know their locations, hit the map and then you'll see where they all are. This is a voiceover, by the way, because I couldn't record and talk, which is why I actually should redo this voiceover. It's really sad. So right here we got insert cards. Beep. You have to make sure you don't do too fast or too slow and go through all the way. Yeah. Out of all the maps, I'm just gonna talk now because there's really nothing much to say. Oh, I forgot about wires. 3 separate locations for wires. That could be one in cafeteria, one in navigation, and one in storage, or cafeteria, storage, and electrical. So after you're waiting, tap the anomaly, which is the red one. Okay. So this is screenplay, by the way. So my favorite map out of all the maps is mostly just probably gonna be Polis, because Polis is much more outdoory. You'll see it later. It's much more outdoory, and it feels very like a nice, fun place to be because it's much more interesting than like Scaled, which is in space, or Mira, which is a sky station. So the fueling task, you need to go back to the same location 2 times in a row. Certain tasks, like the fueling task and wires, don't make the bar go up straight away. You need to do the 3 things. You need to do the 3 things of wires, and then the bar will go up. You need to do the fueling for both, and then it will go up. You need to download at this location, then upload, and then it will go up. It won't go up a little bit when you download, and then go up a little bit when you upload. Is it a download thing I was talking about? So yeah, it's a very fun game. It's been blowing up in popularity recently, which I'm very surprised. Mainly because I watch a YouTuber that's been playing it for very long. They've played it for much longer than they played it as like around as soon as it came out, I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but they played it like before it got popular, and then now it's suddenly like blasting in popularity, which I feel like, I don't know, it feels very weird that Among Us is getting so much popularity right now. Those 2 tasks are very simple. Just drag across the screen. I'm using phone. You just drag them. Same thing, just drag them. Just drag them. Those are things that are just dragging on phone, or if you're not on phone, you still drag. Okay, next task. I'll be, again, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but I will be showing tasks that confirm your innocence separate from the tasks that don't confirm that you are innocent, because it just makes them much simpler. Again, this is the upload part of the task. You can see on the left there all the tasks that I did. All the tasks I have not done on the left, those are the confirmed innocent tasks. You'll wait for it. I did it like that because it would just be simpler for me. So medbay, submit scan, cafeteria, empty garbage, O2, empty chute, and weapons, clear asteroids. Those are all tasks that confirm innocence, and I will show you how. If visual aids or visual task is not on, then these don't change anything. You just do them and no one will know. But it can look like you're doing them. So here, pull down, look at the bottom. You can see the trash spew out. That means that you are innocent no matter what. Unless the ghost did it, which I don't think it would. If visual tasks are off, imposters might try to fake doing med scan and sort of stuff like that. So weapons, focus on the right. You see the things spewing and like the lasers going out and then the little weapon parts going back. That means that you are innocent because it's a visual task. You can see it. Again, if they're off, you won't see anything. The only like visual tasks that are off that you can probably fake is going to be medbay, because medbay is much more believable when you try to fake it, because like if someone is doing it, then you can try to do it, and if it tells you they're doing it, that means they are innocent. Same thing. This is the same thing, but instead of cafeteria empty garbage to storage empty garbage, it's O2 empty chute to storage empty garbage. So see the bottom? All those Tunisian diamonds. Okay, last task is the medbay submit scan. Just go in, scan yourself. You'll see the thing go up and down, and then it will highlight you. You'll see it in a minute. Then it'll go up, then it'll go down. It'll highlight you, and it'll go down, and then it'll highlight. I think it just ends after that. Yeah. Yeah. So it means you're 100% innocent. Let's move on to imposter sabotages, I believe. I'm not really sure what this next one is. I'm pretty sure. No, it's not. This is security. These are the things you can do to look for the imposter. Here's number 1, cameras. You'll see 4 cameras. This is a very good one because you don't have to switch in between them like Polis. You see the 4 cameras right there. You can see where they are. If you are using the cameras, you'll see like a blinking red light. So the imposters will know when you're using it, and you can see every single one. So if you're scared you're gonna die while looking at cameras, focus on your bottom left. If someone comes to the left, and if you're really scared, you can start running. Bottom right you can use, but by the time you see them going in, then you're probably dead if they are the imposter. The other 2 you can't really do much of it, except if someone dies in admin and then they leave admin, you can go check admin. If someone's dead in admin, you can say, oh, it's this guy because he left the body in there. Next up is the admin room. The admin one isn't really anything that special. It's just the same as all the other maps. It's just you can see where everybody is, but it's actually not their color. You just see where they are. So you can see one person in medbay. So like if there's 2 people in medbay and one of them dies, and then one of the little images go to cafeteria, that means one of them went to cafeteria. But if the other image doesn't move anywhere, but it shows them that they're not in the room, that means that they are most likely dead because they didn't leave the room. But it's very hard to tell because somebody from reactor could go upper engine, but you wouldn't know if they went anywhere else, stuff like that. So it's very complicated to use admin, which is why most people really don't, unless they use it for like a few milliseconds and then someone calls a meeting and then they can see if anyone's lying or not. But no one stays on admin for such a long time. So now let's show you the sabotages that can be used by the imposters. So first up, we got O2. O2 is very simple. There are 2 locations you need to go. One, you have to go to O2. This is only for Scout. 1, O2 map, O2 area, and 1 is an admin area. The codes will always be the same if you are doing both, but most of the time you'll have somebody else doing the other one for you, so you don't have to worry about running to the other area. I did fail to get them both in time, but it doesn't really matter. And you lose. You'll lose if it goes down to 0. You'll lose obviously because you can't breathe. Next up, might be have to wait a bit, but the sabotages are different. Also, I forgot to mention this. You can lock doors in the Skeld, but unlike Polis, where you have to like attempt to unlock it, if you lock a door in the Skeld, I'll go on more detail about Polis stuff later, but if you lock a door in the Skeld, you have to sit there and wait for it to open, which is the perfect timing for, an imposter to kill someone if no one can see. You can see a bit through the door though, like a little hologram. So if the comms are sabotaged, I'll show you in a minute, you won't be able to tell any of your tasks. You won't know what your tasks are or anything. Except if you can remember what your tasks are, then you can just save it. So imagine if you remember, oh, I have a task in cafeteria, walk around cafeteria, wait for it to light up, you can do it. If you do download, and then you see the arrow pointing to the upload station, you can still go to the upload station. The arrow will still stay there. It's just you won't know what other tasks are, and it's very hard to remember if there are so many. So this is really easy. You just have to flick it in the right direction. Right there. You just have to keep on flicking it, and then when you see the red light turn off, that means you're in the general vicinity. You just have to scroll around that area for a bit. Try to make them both match, or maybe just look up for the lights, make sure the red one's gone. Okay, next up, just gotta wait a bit. We're going for electrical. Electrical turns off the lights. I will show you the FOV of the player for Crewmate, but it can differ. If your vision is a bit higher, then the FOV can differ. Now you wait. Walk in a circle with your alien goop pet behind you. You hit electrical. Electrical is one of the best ones to hit, in my opinion, because as you can see, you can't see anything. So an imposter could be walking behind you and you can't tell because he could be a little bit in front of you. I'll show you a better example of this. Someone could be right behind you there and then you wouldn't know. So someone could kill someone back there and run away, but you wouldn't know because you'll turn around, walk there and see the dead body, but you don't know who it is. That one is, you just have to make sure they're all light green. Except the issue is, other people doing it with you, they can flick it or so, but everyone has different stuff. So you could flick it to light green while someone else is also flicking it to light green, and it will flick back down to dark. Which is why it's not so good to have so many people doing electrical. Just only have like one or two. Last one is reactor. Reactor you have to be very careful with because there needs to be 2 people, but if the 2 imposters are guarding the door and they kill 2 people, or if one person's at the top, they kill the person at top, you should go check the top after a while and see if anyone's there, and see if anyone's dead. And besides that, you just have to have multiple people in reactor. Okay, I believe we're moving on to the next map, if I can remember correctly, which I usually can't. We will see. We will see. Let's see. Am I right? Yes. We're not Mira. We'll be showing the new tasks. This is the first new task. See the bottom right corner? That drawing is what you need. So that's B3 because of like no nut. And press it and then you complete a task. So Mira is a very good vent map. And what I mean by that is that you have to find the water can. The water can be anywhere in that area. Mira is a very good venting map, and when I say that, it means the imposters from one vent can vent into any vent. I will show this in greater detail at the end of the video, but imposter from one vent can go to any vent, which is why you have to be really careful in this map. You just press the card, it'll come up, tap the code. Be very careful in this map. But after you get the wandering kind of storage, just tap the flowers. Again, only progress goes away for some tasks. If you do clean the O2 filter, if you get 2 leaves away and then go do something else, come back, those 2 leaves will still be away. This is just upload, except it's a bit longer and you don't need to go to 2 separate areas. So it's much simpler, but it takes a very long time. But the animation is very cute, so I like it. So you're gonna go walk around for a minute, find a place we need to go. Decom is a very dangerous place to be, because as you can see, there's a vent there, which means you can just get stabbed in the back, and no one likes being stabbed in the back. I will be doing an imposter guide, like I said earlier. So this one is make the crystal. Think about making the crystal. It doesn't matter which one you go first. You can put one in the middle, and then put the one at the very top. It doesn't matter in which order you put it. It just needs to all be assembled. This one, if you remember, those 2 look like leaves, so they're going leaves. That one goes into animal, and the bone goes into animal. If you can remember there's only one pattern. This is the only pattern. You can remember this, you can do it extremely quickly, and don't have to worry about looking at it and making mistakes. That's reactor on the left. I'm just going to talk about those sabotagers now, because I don't go back in there. Top left of the reactor room, top right of the reactor room, the hand panels are there. So this is the launch pad. You start at the launch pad for this map. Unlike Scaled, where you start where the emergency button is, you start at this area, and then after every body report or emergency meeting, then you know, go to where the button is. That one where the diagnostics thing. You press it. It's just like specimen room, and the fuel. You just hold it, and then you get it. I will be going back to diagnostics later. This is the only confirmed mission task. It is MedScan. MedScan is the confirmed mission task for every single map. This is the only one for this map, so it's very hard to get a confirmed innocent person. If you're wondering, weapons do not show, which is something that's very upsetting because, I don't know, it feels very weird why every map would have a weapon showing, but this is the only map that doesn't. So, we also have balcony, measure weather, press it, and just wait a few minutes, or 3 seconds, minutes. Remember, MedScan is the only task where you confirm innocent. The two I'm showing you right now are not. They are just your regular new tasks. So, I'm going to show you the sabotage real quick. That's the O2 sabotage. That's the panel. That's the first one. This, electrical sabotage and comm sabotage. That's where you have to fix them. O2 sabotage. The other one is, I'll show it to you later. This is the second comms. Comm in this one, you have to fix one at top and one at the bottom. But they have to be fixed at around the same time. So if you fix the one at the top, and in 5 seconds, the bottom one isn't fixed, you have to redo both. Electrical is in there. Remember, O2, there's one in greenhouse, and O2, there's one on the way to launch pad, or on the way away from launch pad. Reactor, top left of room reactor, top right of reactor. See, that's it, right there. I just tapped into it, and this one, same thing. You know, I don't know why there was two that time. I think that's just a glitch. Okay, that is the sabotages. So now I believe we are going on to, yes, the securities. So this one has a bit of a weird security system with the sensors. So this has a top, left, right sensor mode. I'm just going to say top, left, right. So you have the top sensor, the left sensor, and the right sensor. Southwest, north, southwest, east. So if someone walks to the north sensor and then they suddenly appear at the left sensor, but they don't go through the top sensor twice. If you are at top and you go to a different area, you have to pass that north sensor twice. If you don't, that means you vented, which is how you'll know venting when it happens. Up is blue, right is orange, and left is green. So remember, if you ever see someone on the left and the sensor screen, there's only one, which is one at north. That means they definitely vented, because they would go up there, do something, come back down, and then it will scan them again. If you walk past and then go back over very quickly, it won't scan twice. Yeah, see right there, it scanned twice because I just walked over it recently. The other security thing in this room is, again, just admin. Admin isn't really that good of security, if you ask me, but it is an okay security. Okay. Sorry. You did not hear that. Yeah, so just gonna bring over to admin right now. Again, same thing, nothing special. If you have the ID card task, you can walk around to the side and use it. Okay, my favorite map, Polis. There are much more new tasks in this one. So first up, scan boarding pass. Sorry, we also rubber banding. Press the button, scan. Nothing that complicated. This one has the most security check. Has the most security. But this one has the sabotages. If it happens, it's much harder to fix, because everything is outside, as you can see. Reboot Wi-Fi, same as specimen, except you just hold it, you push it down, and then later you go back to it, you pull it back up. Here you have O2, so just fix waterways. You spin it a bit, and if you're quick enough, after you're done spinning it, you just leave it alone, and it'll go up by itself. You can't leave it. If you leave it, it'll cancel. Same thing. You have to do this in 3 different areas. You have to spin it, wait, let it go up. You can spin slowly, but it doesn't really make a difference. The water jug, hold the button, You don't have to tap it or anything, just hold it. And then go to admin and then hold the button. Hold the button again, yes. In the office, which is your admin. Until you don't have to drag, you can just tap. I always drag. So just bring it down, pull it down, tap, and it'll be done. Just wait for the whole thing to go far. This one, it makes very weird sounds. Really like just align the bars with the lines. Very simple. Go up. You just have to shovel up, and then yeah, all the wires. Like the wires are also in this map, but I'm not gonna show it to you because I already showed it to you. There are many of these around the map. There are like 8 or something. It's just like a little maze. Go through, and there are many of those. They're called nodes. There are many of them. Here's the dropship. Dropship. The keys. Keep in mind, you don't always get the same area as the key. If there are multiple people using it, you can get top right. You can get in the middle. You can get bottom. It doesn't matter. This is also chart course. This is a dropship. Pull this. You spawn here. And then after that, you spawn at office. So you have laboratory tasks, stuff like that. Here, this is the temperature task. There's one in laboratory / medbay, and one near the volcano. Volcano, you have to bring temperature up. Obviously, it's volcano. And laboratory, you need to bring the temperature down. I like that little thing, but it doesn't really affect anything. You go across, an office. This is the other water jug you need to replace. Just hold the button again. See, most of the tasks just go somewhere, do something very simple, go somewhere else, do the same thing. Here, this is the last waterway. There are 3 waterways, so it's a bit more complicated. So you need to be very careful when you're walking around because you might miss it. And you should check the bottom, because the bottom, nobody really goes there. So I'm going to talk about the vents in Mira. Again, they bring you to any vent in the whole map. The vents in Polis and Skeld only bring you to certain vents. Like that bottom vent can only bring you to vents near it, like the office vent. So again, just reboot Wi-Fi, pull it up. Repair drill, just tap the red things until they're completely gone, they disappear. And then after you do the node, you come to laboratory and you flick the switch like that. The flashing one, it'll turn bright yellow. This is the same task near the volcano. Just hold it down and then until it goes never gets to 5. If you're a computer, you can also hold it down. Okay, telescope is the bottom right corner. That's what you have to find. There are multiple things you can. It's completely random, but it's usually around the middle or around the side. That is one more in specimen room. Specimen room is the thing you have to go through decom to get to. Every map has that except Skeld. So yeah, this one you just walk through decom and then your specimen room, and then there's a little glitch. Don't mind it. For some reason I got stuck or something. And then you just put it in. It's always the same, so don't have to worry about it. Just put them all in and you're done. You just walk away. Next up is going to be the tasks that make you confirm Innocento. First up, we have weapons. Weapons work the same way as the ones in Skeld, where they shoot, but this one's a bit hard to see. So focus on the top left. Look at it. You see that bar? The bar? You shoot. Did you see that little flash? You will see the bottom piping there. That bottom piping will light up, and so will the little weapon. It will light up, and it'll see a little animation of it going back and making like fire sound. No, it'll make a fire sound, yes. And you can see the like a little bit of the flash coming out of it. So again, destroy 20. It's always destroy 20 on every map. You know, forget about that. Next up, it's only medbay and checking and weapons in this one. Medbay is in laboratory / medbay. You can call it laboratory or medbay. They're both the same. But it is in the corner here, so it's very easy for you to get killed and then someone walks away. So you scan and then you will be confirmed innocent as long as visual tasks are not on. So I'm going to talk about confirm ejects are a thing. And if they're off, you don't know if the person you ejected was an imposter or not. I'll just say they were ejected. So if you're playing with that, be a bit more careful. Up here, these are the reactors resetter. See the little hand panel there? Same thing as the reactor. Hold one there. You see those 2 little things at the top poking out like a circle with a line? Those are the 2 hand stabilizers. Put your hand on it just like in reactor, and then it will stop the malfunction of reactor being. This is called seismic stabilizers because you're on a planet, unlike in the other two, where you're actually like in a ship or something, and you have to disable the reactor from malfunctioning. This is the same thing, but it's just called something else, and it's at the top left and top right. If you're at the top left, be very careful because there's a window and you can get killed up there very easily. That's electrical task. What I mean by there's a window, I mean imposters will usually kill there and vent, or yeah, they usually vent after that, which is why you need to be very careful. But there's a window, so if you are scared you're gonna die, you could, or you see someone going up there, you can try to like get the window covered for them, so they probably won't kill. So this is me checking the tasks here. There are comms I forgot about. Comms do the same thing. You can't see what task you're doing here, and just do the same thing as the thing, unlike in Mira. And then that's it. You can lock the doors. The difference between this locking door and scout locking door, like I said earlier, this one you have to manual override it, which means you have to press everything. You have to press the buttons that are not darkened, the ones that are very bright red. Do you see? Those are dark. You don't have to flick it. You don't have to hold left. You just click, 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 click. You only need to click it. You don't need to flick it left. Just click it. Yeah. So that's basically it. The difference between the scaled ones is if you sabotage the doors in scaled, you can't emergency after that. Oh. I don't know what this is showing, by the way. So I cannot remember what I did. Okay, this is this carrot, I guess, because smushed together. Okay, the good thing about these camps is that there are 6, which is extremely good. But you only can see one of them at a time. So you need to be very careful. There are 2 points of entry, so you can see them coming in before they come in. So if you when you're looking at the cams, when you see someone and they're standing completely still, just focus it on them. And again, all the camera lights will be on. You see those little black bulbs coming out there? If they're flashing red, that means that is, a bad place. Admin again, I already told you like a dozen times, so I know that. That means someone's watching. But the imposter won't know if you're watching that specific camera. But if there are 2 people standing next to each other, keep an eye on that cam for sure. This is gonna be a very long video, isn't it? Well, I mean, so you gotta be long. I should have just made it to, I don't know. I think mushing them all together is better with timestamps. Okay, so let's carry on. This is the vitals, the last security thing. So the good thing about the vitals is if someone dies like that, you go in and then you check the vitals. That means they're dead. If someone just died, you should hit the report button, and you can ask someone who was last with this guy, who was near him. Stuff like that. So that is everything for Polis, I believe. I did go a bit out of order for Polis, but that's fine. Okay, so that's the end of this Among Us Crewmate guide, but I will tell you a few tips and tricks. Skeld and Polis, I'm gonna mush them together. If you're playing Skeld and Polis, simply don't stand near vents. If you are trapped behind a door, you want to try pushing against the door, because if there's someone else on the other side of the door, especially on Skeld, you can see through the door a tiny bit of a gap. So someone can kill them, and then you can wait for the door to open and then report the body, and then you'll be like, oh, I saw who killed. If you see someone kill on cams and someone tries to say, no, I didn't kill on cams, I think you're just making it up. If confirmed ejects are on, then you should just kamikaze yourself, because it's better for you to get them out, because then you just have a higher chance of winning. Yeah, that's basically it, except for Mira. I want to talk about Mira. I will be showing you the vents in a minute. So, the good thing about the vents is that it's very good because you can go around very easily. Oh yeah, if someone kills and then walk away from the room that they were killed, the body was in, say that it was that person, because they would have seen the body. If lights were off, don't say that you saw them leaving, but you're not sure if it's them. So here we're going to talk about the vents right now. If lights are off, it's probably the best time to vent. So you jump into a vent in this map, go to any other vent, which is why it's so dangerous for this map. Because watch the video. Someone killed in reactor, and then somebody left reactor because they left reactor and then they killed in the lab when the other person was still there. So it's very dangerous, and this is why it stands with those events, because they can kill you really easily and get out. So it's really dangerous for this map about venting. So if someone just leaves the room and you say it's them, don't accuse them straight away. If the body is very near a vent, then you should think it's a vent kill, because the imposter would have vented. Okay, so that's basically it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed this video. Among Us Imposter Guide is gonna come out in 2 weeks, because I wanna get Super Mario Sunshine Super Mario Sunshine, my second episode, out very soon. So yeah, that's gonna be it. This might extend for a little bit longer, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Okay, bye.